If you're thinking about buying your first home and you don't know where to start, that's actually a good thing. Because most people think they know where to start and they start in the wrong place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the home buying process step by step in a way that actually makes sense. No confusing terms, no guesswork. Just a clear path so you know exactly what to do and what to avoid. Most people think the first step in buying a home is going online and looking at houses, scrolling listings, saving homes, maybe even going into a few open houses. That feels productive, but it's actually backwards. Because now you're getting emotionally attached to homes without knowing if they actually fit your situation. And that's how people fall in love with something they either can't afford or shouldn't buy. The real first step to understanding your numbers, and I don't mean just what's my price range, I mean what monthly payment actually feels comfortable, how much do you want to keep in your savings, what loan options make the most sense for you. That's what a pre-approval is really for. Not pressure, clarity. It tells you this is what it looks like in real life. And once you have that, everything else gets a whole lot easier. Once you're pre-approved, now you can actually move forward with confidence. But this is where a lot of buyers start to feel overwhelmed because nobody really explains what happens next. So it feels like you're just figuring out as you go. Let me simplify it for you. Step 1, you find a house you like. Step 2, you make an offer. And if that offer gets accepted, you're officially under contract. Now the real work begins behind the scenes. The lender verifies everything, the home gets appraised, the file goes through underwriting, and then you close. That's it. It sounds complicated when people over-explain it, but when you break it down, it's just a series of steps, one at a time. You don't have to solve the whole process today. You just need to know the next step. Now let's talk about where people get themselves into trouble. Because most home buying mistakes don't come from bad intentions, they come from not understanding how sensitive the process is. Here's what I mean. People will open a new credit card, finance a car, move money around, or change jobs. And they think, it's not a big deal. But during the mortgage process, it can be a big deal. Because your loan is being evaluated all the way until closing. So when something changes, it can affect your approval, your interest rate, or your ability to close it all. And that's the kind of stress you don't want a week before getting your keys. So the rule is simple. Once you start the process, keep your financial life as boring and predictable as possible. No big moves, no surprises, just consistency. If you want more videos that break this process down in a way that actually makes sense, go ahead and subscribe. If you're thinking about buying or refinancing and want clarity on your specific situation, I'd be happy to help. There's a link in the description where you can schedule a time or grab one of my free guides to get started. So how do you actually approach buying your first home the right way? Most people either overthink everything or they rush into it. Neither one works well. Here's the better approach. Step 1, understand your numbers. Step 2, get clear on your payment, not just your price. Step 3, move through the process one step at a time. You don't need to know everything. You just need to make the next smart decision. And when you do that consistently, the process becomes a whole lot less overwhelming and a lot more manageable. Buying your first home doesn't have to be confusing. You just need the right information in the right order. If you want to go deeper, I'd watch these next. How much house can you actually afford and the biggest homebuyer mistakes to avoid. These 2 videos will give you a huge advantage moving forward.